Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently thinking about some expansion. However, bailiffs are going to be done soon, in about 20 months. However, we're also going to be dead fairly soon. We are currently 69 years old, and I am afraid that I am contractually obligated to say nice. We've got worsened disease symptoms, and we're gout-ridden. We've got a lot of pluses to our health, so we'll see how long we end up lasting, but it's not going to be a terribly long time. Now, we're going to have a much cleaner succession this time, but I want to move one of these units of armored footmen is, I believe, in the wrong place, is it not? No, I think we already got that. Okay, all of those seem to be about right. So I want to get as much of Africa put together here as I can in this lifetime. Maghreb would be absolutely amazing. Do we have any decent claims on that right now? We don't. We could go after de jure duchies, but I would rather go after the kingdom level claim here. Any claimants? This guy only has 20 reasons not to. That's a distinct possibility. We're currently working on swaying our Hogan. We don't need to do that. We can work on swaying this guy instead. Is there anybody here who would already accept? No. Okay. I don't want to throw gold at him. We're going to need our gold. We can definitely ransom these people, which seems relatively fine, or at least those two people. So that's okay. And then we've got these areas out over here, right? So we've got a bit of France here. That's potentially a larger war, but I don't think it's going to be a significant one. We've got a de jure claim here, and let's go ahead and declare this. I'd like to get France removed from our continent. So let's immediately drop our men-at-arms here, and how many levy troops do we want to bring up here? He's got about 13,000. He hired a holy order. Call it 20,000. Okay, we can scale to that. That's not a concern. So this is 20,000. Looks good. I'm going to immediately move in, and we want to take over just this singular county as soon as possible to get ticking war score. So that is okay. We would lose 20 stress because we're lustful. I guess that's fine. So that is fine. The question is, how long will it take France's army to actually get here? We're currently dying. Yeah, I'm not shocked about that. And how much does France really want this? They have 82 reasons to not accept this. Okay. So as a hypothetical, obviously, if we just went for Clermont-sur-Allier, that would actually not be too bad. How expensive would that embarkation be? 183 gold. That's a lot of gold. Now, we are currently dying, and this could be mildly awkward if we were to die at this moment. But we'll see what ends up happening. Our wife has died, and that brought our stress up significantly. We are going to need to find a new wife. This current wife has 6 stewardship. We are not going to marry her, but rather her. Actually, no. That is a legitimacy issue. Let's see here. You. Yeah, you'll do. That is reasonably fine. And we'll become a drunkard, I guess. We reduce our stress level, and you are now going to become... Hang on. You are now going to become our primary spouse. There we go. That'll do for now, but we're probably... Hang on. Turn around. They're right here. Let's go fight them. Beautiful. This is going to be great. I'm very pleased about that. We cannot be too careful. We'll lose a little bit of stress here. 165 gold pulls us out of debt. That is very good. And we're going to stack wipe their army here. Beautiful. Are we going to stack wipe their entire army? Yeah, this is all relatively fine. They have a fair amount of force here, but that is not going well for them. Let's hop over this direction and see about chasing down this force. We're at 44% right now. We can get more from battles. I don't really care for this retreat point. I see these guys out over here. That is absolutely noted. Okay, so presumably they're going to be grouping up out over here. They're trying to re-embark, and they are going to get out of there in time. So we should walk back over this way then. That's probably where they're going. They're going to try to take back the war goal. So we're at 49% right now. Be cautious. Successful disease treatment. Now, we're very likely going to die here. Scorpion of Kong North has had a succession, and we should deal with that. So, Bearer of the Emperor's Mace, this would be Wagyu, skill 8. Okay, so we'll need to make him be a knight. Skill 8. Where are you? There you are. You are now a successor. Scorpion of Kong North, Fakoli. We would need to recruit him. So, that's not anything we can do. And nobody available for the most expert of the Mel Spears. Sure. We do need a new Chancellor. That'll be this guy. And we are in poor health right now. Yeah, Drunkard is not helpful. We're going to confiscate religious property, and that'll be fine. I want to get out of this war before this guy dies, ideally. We'll see if that ends up happening. Okay, so we catch one of these forces here. That'll stack wipe. Okay, and then these guys are already fighting us. Someone attempted our... or rather, did an attempt on our life. That's fine. This idiot belongs in our dungeon. Absolutely. That's another stack wipe there. So, they're 16 reasons away. However, we just stack wiped basically their entire army. I'm going to disband our army here. It'll take them 15 months to return home. I understand that. Okay. So that's reasonably fine. We can take a perk here, and I'm going to take Golden Obligations. I want to get whatever we can. So we're going to grab this. We're going to ransom off some of these prisoners. Duke Herbert here. Hang on. Okay, none of these are giving us war score. Cool. So we're going to ransom off all of these guys. Fantastic. That'll get us some gold. And we just want to exit this at this point. We just discovered the Fascination Bailiffs, and that is, of course, going to be a thing. So what we need now is our next Fascination. Perhaps Hereditary Rule, perhaps Royal Prerogative. Probably Royal Prerogative is the way to go. So let's hop down to our domain down here. We want to prioritize locations that we do not control, and I just want to fill these with something. For now, I think hospices here would be good. I'm thinking forestry here. Yes. I want to put in... This should be a military thing here, if we've got one. Stables or warrior lodges? We'll go with warrior lodges for now. That's okay. As far as this goes, we would go for definitely hospices. We're missing a gold for that. We found an accolade successor for the most worthy of the Mel Spears, or rather most expert of the Mel Spears. That'll be this guy. Sounds good. And then we just need a successor for the Scorpion of Kong North, which would be Fakoli. We're going to recruit him, and he is skill 9. So that's this guy. And he goes in right here. Perfect. So we're going to have a death very, very soon here. That's relatively fine. I want to build hospices here. We're missing 31 gold, but we've got that now. So we'll get that going. And we just want to fill in all of these. Degrading artifact? Yeah. So with regard to that, that's his prize ring. I don't want to spend gold on that at this moment. So checking in up over here, we're at 77% war score. This guy will accept in 12 more ticks. So that is absolutely fine. We're just going to operate off of ticking war score for that. So we need to get all of these having some sort of a building here, right? Hospices is likely the way to go for most of them at this juncture. Okay. So Tanas is going to be under our control shortly. We're getting that sweet, sweet ticking war score. He's 8 reasons away now. I'm a little surprised we haven't died yet. We likely will extraordinarily soon. Yes, show in this guy. I wish he had brought gold, but whatever. I guess we'll take it. So this is hospices here, right? I want to build hospices as soon as we can. We just want to get these going. ASAP. Bad air, huh? What a waste of gold. I'm not spending gold on that right now. So we're going to get these pilgrims' quarters underway. That seems good. We just need to get a few more constructions done here. We can see that this is building Hunter's Lodges. That's fine. I'm not upset about that. Completely okay. What are we building here? Simple pastures. That's okay too. So we're 87 at this point. King of France will be willing to give this up very, very shortly here. 2 more ticks. We do see that he has armies heading in. I don't think they get that sieged before he's willing to give up, though. He's at 0 right now, and that's it. So we'll enforce these demands, and he'll accept this. Beautiful. So that territory is now ours. We're out of war. We're at 158 gold right now, so I want to hop back over here and get an upgrade going here. This is probably going to be forestry. That is a relatively cheap upgrade. Sounds good. This shrine is probably also going to be building forestry. We just need 1 more tick for that. There we go. Then we're going to need this shrine over here, which is going to end up being hill farms. That is a little further away, no doubt about that. We can ransom this person for 25 gold, which we're absolutely going to do. And lives or gold, huh? We'll do the strict coastal quarantine. It's okay. So we have died, and that's not shocking. We knew that that was coming. Okay, so we have a new Hogan. We're going to need to get this guy endorsing us immediately. So we're going to start working on swaying him. We're going to need to put powerful vassals in our council for now. So we'll just do that for the moment. We're going to need a lifestyle focus. Even though we are in the martial tree right now, I'm going wealth focus here. We're negative financially, and that'll need to get dealt with. So, is the game crashing? The game just crashed. Okay, that's exciting. I wonder when the autosave was. Well, I guess I'll be right back, and we'll find out. Okay, so we're back at the autosave here. Looks like it was about 4 minutes ago. So we are still in this war with France. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to bump up the speed 5, and we'll try to get back to roughly where we were, approximately. Apparently, there's a dangerous faction now, but this is because we just started the game through no fault of our own, and we're going to make no changes here. We're just going to make our way through and hopefully not crash this time. So I think what I'm going to do is, this should all be exactly the same. Court grandeur level goes up, and at this point we should be, I believe, building forestries here. So forestry goes here. This is going to be a hill farm. This... Okay, our wife died. Yes, that's expected. So we're 87 right now, checking in up here. They have not landed. Okay, here they come. So this is the same. This war is now over. We enforce these demands. That goes exactly the same way. Okay, now I'm going to make a save. Just in case. Now that that war is over, let's make a save there and see if it crashes again. Hopefully it doesn't. If it does, we could have a significant problem on our hands. But let's spend some of this gold at this time. So here we want to put in hill farms. This is supposed to be hospices. So we're currently lacking a little bit of gold for that. And this guy should die at about the same time, in theory. So we get... Wait, this is... Okay, they're already building hospices there. Sure, that's perfect. So that's fine. They are building hospices here. Yep, those are all economic structures being built. That is fine. This should be a forestry. And then we need to build right up over here. So at this point, I would say that we are caught up. That looks good. So I want to build a desert agriculture here. Cool. Checking it up here, these are all economic buildings. That looks good. This, unfortunately, has built a library, which I want to change. And we want to change this over to a hill farm. We'll do that as soon as we have the gold. This ransom is acceptable. And we're going to die very shortly. We can demand payments here. Yes, we did this previously. So we should demand this payment. No, I don't want to grant a pardon. we should grant, or rather demand this payment. There we go. And that allows us to build the hill farm. And then this up over here is the last location, which should be farms and fields. Okay. So I think we've lived a little longer this time, which is not necessarily phenomenal, right? We do need a new chancellor, which will be you, and a new marshal, which is you. It is unfortunate that we've lived a little bit longer because I would prefer things be exactly the same as pre-crash. Unfortunately, we're not really in control of that at this point. So, yeah, that was very awkward indeed. It doesn't really matter either way, though. Ooh, this is building a wooden barracks. I'm going to not want that to be the case. We're going to put crop fields in here instead. Cool. It is nice that we can change the structure that our vassals build. But we're going to put crop fields in there. So that is great. 20 gold here. Yep, there's our death. Okay, now I'm going to make another save here. Just in case it crashes again. It probably won't. But I'm going to make one. And now we'll have to deal with this succession. So now we're pretty much in the same position as we were before, but we're a little further in our constructions, which, as I said, is not necessarily ideal. I mean, it is. It's good. This is what we want. It's good for us. But I don't like getting an advantage from the crash. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything we can do about it. So we'll put in all of these guys as our leaders here. Note that I did not this time put in powerful vassals. And I don't know why I didn't do that. I should have, but whatever. We're going to grab Wealth Focus as we did before. And our heir is currently unmarried. But what I want here, we're at 10 out of 7 domain. So immediately, we need to marry someone who is high stewardship. And that is why we left that 22 stewardship previously. Unfortunately, she appears to have been snapped up. I don't want to marry a lowborn due to the legitimacy issue, so we're going to go here. Okay. You are going to become our primary spouse. There we go. And that is, of course, going to be working on managing our domain. So there she goes. That brings us up to 10 of 8. That is not ideal. Okay. We can work with it, but it's definitely not ideal. The Queen of Nubia being allied to us is not a bad thing, and actually maybe we should leave that slot open. We're probably going to have some problems. So over here, we do have people stationed. We don't have anyone stationed in Boron North. We can grant this away, but we're at 9 of 8 right now. And is there anything else that we can grant away? Actually, the answer to that is, at this moment, no. Okay, so what can we do to boost up our stewardship at this point? Well, we're fickle and a drunkard, which is not ideal. And our primary spouse is only skill 20 stewardship. I would like to find somebody who's a little higher, like 24 would be ideal. But for the moment, this might be what we end up having to do. So as we make our way down here, Avaricious would give us +2 stewardship. That alone might be enough. Also, swapping to domain focus might do the trick, but I would prefer not to do that. Okay, we are positive at this point financially. Our Hogan is not endorsing us, which is not ideal. And luckily, the game hasn't crashed. I don't think it's going to repeat that. So that's good. Sure, show in this king. Fantastic. So, this barony is constructing trophy halls. That's fine. This one's not constructing anything at all. What are we going to want this to build? Well, we'll probably want it to build something like warrior lodges, to be honest. That'll be reasonably okay. So our son came of age. That's this guy, huh? He's already of age. He became an indulgent wastrel. Okay, that is not ideal. Let's marry him off to someone like this lady. That'll be fine. Cool. So that looks reasonably solid. Our steward is only skill 16. That's a big part of our issue, I feel like. Our steward only being skill 16 is not great, shall we say. So we're going to want to invest in getting our buildings maxed out as soon as possible, but we are not making much money at this time. So that is, of course, a bit problematic. Warrior Lodges are 50 gold away, and at 3.2 gold per month, that's going to take some time. Now, this is currently disabled because we are above our domain limit. So really, we may be forced to give out like this title here and have our men-at-arms be unstationed. I feel like we are better off doing that. 3.6? It's okay. It's okay. We're not having significant factionalism, so that's good. Now, we need to keep in mind, Mali and Kanem Bornu are things that exist, and they shouldn't. So we're going to have to go after them, but our finances are the primary issue right now. So what we're waiting on is we're waiting on swaying our Hogan. That is our current mission. I want to check in on these, though. Okay. A conquest of a county, that's fine. He did not get swayed. Well, it was worth a try. I'm going to declare this anyway. We need to conquer our claims. So we're going to raise up our forces right here. We're going to raise men-at-arms. He's got not very many troops. So I'm going to raise only men-at-arms here. We're going to walk in here. And our sieges are going to be kind of slow, to be honest. So we're going to walk in this way. That'll be fine. Yeah, 3 months. That's definitely slower than our previous ruler. No real shockers there. But we need to get this territory taken back over. He's going to fight up over here. Oh, they're not actually hostile to each other. Okay, noted. Is he personally leading this? No. He is located in his capital. Sure. So we're just going to come down and attack this. Do we want to stack wipe this? That would be worth 50% war score. Yeah, let's go take this. He is running away, which is not shocking, and we're going to make our way up. He is not going to get very far. Perfect. So we're going to very easily stack wipe him, and then come on down. Maybe we should fight this force on the way through for the prestige. We don't have all that high of prestige right now. So let's get that done. We'll just eliminate this unit as long as we're here. Easy peasy. And let's just go grab this capital. I don't want to siege up here right now. We're at 65%. Grabbing the capital might end the war. I think that would be reliant on captures, but it might end the war. So that's looking decent. We've got 4 months left here, and Kanem Bornu will be back under our control. Mali does not need very much here. So that should be relatively easy to take care of, although their capital is down here. Noted. That's intriguing. Our mother is attempting to enter an alliance with us. She is over here. Sure, why not? Seems fine. So we've got about 40 days left here, and we'll summon the physician. So, a soft approach is indeed best. There we go. Summon the physician again, and yep, that's working well. So, our mother appears to have died. She was slain in battle. Okay. Well, that is unfortunate. Let's get this siege finished up, and we are going to wrap up conquest here. 81? Okay. We're going to have to siege over this way. That is sad that that was only 5.2%. And we didn't get any captures, or at least not any useful ones. So there is a faction here. This is a Liberty faction. Okay, this guy's the primary problem here. Let's demand his conversion. He has a 70% chance. He would do it for a hook. I'm not going to bargain for his soul. Okay, so this guy here. You unmarried? You are, but you're landed. That's really awkward that his 6-year-old child is landed. Okay. He has a lot of siblings. Well, this is very awkward indeed. But we could do something like, yep, that's not going to work. That is because this is a prince. Sure. So we could do something like this. But it would not result in an alliance because he's currently wandering. So that is not going to be very useful overall. Okay. We could potentially arrange something with him directly. Do we have any half-sisters or anything like that? Not really is the answer. This guy is 20% though, so he's relatively powerful. I would like to get him out of this. His son being landed makes things so awkward. So we could definitely do something like this, but that's of course not going to get an alliance. Instead, we would need to do something like this. Okay. We'll do it, but we're not happy about it. Let's wrap up this siege and get this war with Kanem Bornu dealt with. It's a waste of gold. How are we doing on our legitimacy? Actually, it's pretty good. So that's not an issue. We won this siege. That brought us up to 86%. I guess we'll walk over to Massa here. I was hoping that that would have ended the war. Sadly, it did not. This sounds like a waste of money indeed. We don't need that kind of cash. Or actually, we do need that kind of cash. I want to hop over here and immediately begin constructing warrior lodges. Checking in here, yeah, that got finished. So that should be reasonably fine. We're making 13.8 gold per month. Is this because of our Hogan? Actually, it is. Cool. So he's partially endorsing us, but by no means is he fully endorsing us. Let's get this war wrapped up. 4 months left. We have a breach now. So if we were to assault this, 102 casualties per day for 12.4 siege progress is probably not worth it. He's not personally leading this, is he? No. Okay. Oh, a birthday party, huh? Cool. We're going to take the medium gift. Okay, we got this book. Sounds good. So this war is going to be over shortly. They called in a holy order. Hilarious. And we're just going to walk up over this way. We're going to catch that force. No problem. Don't be ridiculous. We have a stewardship perk available, and we are going to immediately take golden obligations. And let's eliminate that holy order. Cool. 96% war score, and this guy's not ready to give up yet. He's got 3 reasons not to. Unfortunate. Well, let's get this siege done. This will end the war. 5 months on that siege. I'm going to bump it up to speed 5 here, and we'll cruise right on through this siege. Actually, we've got this artifact demand. Nope. Get out of here. Okay. 40 days left. Cool. War is over. We'll enforce those demands, and that gave us this war. So we're going to have to pop up over here. That's not a big deal. Let's just eliminate this, and we see attacker controls war target. Okay, we're going to hop over this way. I'm not sure exactly where the war target is, but let's eliminate these guys right now. Queen of Navarra wants a truce, huh? I'm going to accept that. We're not going to go to war with them for a little bit, probably, but we are eventually going to go to war with them for sure. And where is this war goal? County of Ifni. Way up over here. Okay. That's going to take some time to get to. 12 months and an embarkation. How long would it take to re-raise them? 8 months? Okay, we're going to put them down. We're going to re-raise them right over here. We're going to raise men-at-arms and only men-at-arms. They're going to go in. Okay, cool. With that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to construct some of these buildings, and we are also, in fact, we're going to start with these buildings up over here, and we are also going to deal with this war and get Mali under control. No problem whatsoever. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.